Well, let's put some light in this. Did I push record? Oh yeah, okay. Move it up in that direction. We'll see how that works out. Whoops. There's some junk on there. You know, especially with a painting that I'm claiming is going to be an upturn, it kind of scares me what I'm doing right now because the values seem so high. And I shouldn't worry about it because they're actually not that high. They're high compared to my washing, but my washing is very dark. So, my main concern should be direct, strong strokes. And we'll see just how direct and how strong I can keep my strokes. I don't want to end up with a weak sky. Definitely don't want that. And one way to keep myself from getting too weak with my strokes is, I don't know if you noticed, but I slowly, my fingers creep towards the end of the brush as I'm laying paint on, and I end up like this. I have to constantly remind myself to just do that. And that really helps to keep things loose. My underpainting is still quite wet. And that's fine. It's actually working in my favor right now. Stop playing, Phil. Okay. Titanium white, raw umber, yellow ochre. Going more to raw umber titanium white and a hint of cobalt blue. Going into more raw umber and cobalt blue. Here going quite a bit more cobalt blue with a bit of ultramarine blue in it. How's that? Yeah, that's okay. I like that just fine. I need to buy some more round brushes because flat brush is nice, but a round brush holds a lot more paint. And often when I'm painting, wet straight paint into a still wet underpainting, the handiness of a round brush, because it holds more paint, and this is a toothy canvas so you can shed more paint and get more strokes out of one go, is kind of nice. Flat brush just doesn't hold a lot of paint. I know it took me a while to say that. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you'll forgive me. So, anyway, here, I'll just carry on here. So every stroke now that I'm doing, as you can see, I'm not just filling in areas, I'm actually trying to design my sky a little bit as I go. Trying to keep that sky alive. too dark up here. Still a little too dark. Okay, now I better just leave that alone. Leave it alone for now. Okay, back to some raw umber. Bit of cobalt, or a bit of yellow ochre. I think I'll try to pick up some of these colors over here. Not a lot, but give the sky a little more interest in some other areas. All right. So, you know, a painting like this obviously is not the most colorful. I'm staying with blues and grays in the sky. There will be other areas in the painting that pick up a bit of color, but it's really not the focus of this painting, is to make a flashy, poppy painting. This is more something a little more mysterious, maybe. Come on. Little bits of junk on there I want to get rid of. My goodness. Okay. Too blue. That was a couple of shots of ultramarine. I'm going back to cobalt here. I am just going to lay in a cobalt line along here. Getting towards the edge, I don't have to worry too much about design in the sky being very strong here. In fact, I don't want it to be, because when you get to the edge of your painting, you want it to support your main area, right? So that's what I'm trying to do now. That line's going to be out of place if I just leave it there. And I don't want that there either. That's too strange, just kind of jumping down off the painting like that. I want some swirl, but not too much. Okay. Sorry, but I have to get my head in the way at times. See, I'm smushing things around a little bit now, but at least I can afford to do it thoughtfully instead of just initially scrubbing in a bunch of color, because now the canvas is still relatively dry, or has enough texture at least where I can put some color in without killing everything. Had I just colored the whole thing in with straight paint, it's more difficult to lay in it becomes wet and wet then, right? And I'm not after a wet and wet appearance on this. Although, in fact, it is technically a little bit of wet and wet. Okay. Well, let's see here. Scrape off my little color on my palette. And maybe put in, my sky structure is there now, colors are there, design is there, but I'm going to up my values in just a spot or two. Now, this painting may be a nocturne, but the moon might be breaking through. So, in spots, there might just be a couple little areas where you see a little more intense light. Tree goes like this, I want to oppose it with my light like that. Even in this small area, even in the little brush stroke. Okay. Right. Now I've put in a little bit of raw umber. With my white, cool it off a little bit. really intensifying the focus of the entire sky to be around here. Yeah, I'm going to broaden it a little bit. Much lower value, but still higher than what I'm painting into. Nope, not bright enough. Okay. I sense that I'm beginning to fiddle, and I see something I've already done wrong. I'm going to try to remove that, or at least take it down a notch. Whoops. Smearing things around. It's a smear campaign. Okay, now I'm being silly. Just go over it. Alright. Every brushstroke I put on there, I'm adding more oil, making it more slippery, covering the texture of the canvas, losing the show of the bite of the canvas, which I like. I'd like to maintain that to some degree. If I want to do more in the sky, I brought it to a point where it's so close to being finished, if not finished, that I can do that tomorrow, once the paint's set, or the day after. All this has raw umber in it. By tomorrow morning, it will be pretty set up. It'll at least have be a bit thicker, a bit easier to handle, not so buttery. So, what'll I do here? There. Can you handle my face now? I can't handle my face. It was too closed in, too much of a close-up. That's it. I'm done for the day now, or done filming anyway. So have a good one. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.